And welcome back, Miriam. Good.
All right, it's time to vote. Get out your golden tickets.
All right, so here we go. You all have these packets, and but don't open them quite yet. We're very close to the opening, and you have these cubes, which are kind of interesting too. So you might say, what's this all about? So we're here, and I, just like last year, I have to say, it's so exciting that you've built this community here in San Antonio to support innovative science. And this brainstorm is so exciting because, as they pointed out, it's really great to support young researchers from important teams from around the world and do their research. So what we're all interested in is how we think, how that relates to the way we behave. And this is actually a very useful tool to think about complex things, right? Because it seems impossible, doesn't it? I mean, if you've seen somebody do it, and if you mix these things up, it kind of looks impossible. So just, if I mix this one up like so, it looks completely impossible, like this. Do you see it like this? Okay, now, what we're going to try something. We're going to try an experiment with a video camera. And Steffi is here. Is it ready? Okay, it's almost ready. We're going to see in slow motion if we can make this thing. Now, this was invented 45 years ago by a man teaching design and architecture in Budapest. And his dad was one of the most famous engineers in Hungary. He built metal gliders. And they were actually really unusual because when the glider landed, sometimes it had problems, and it was made in a modular structure so you could replace a wing or a tail or whatever you needed to. But he came from an innovative family, and he was frustrated that his students couldn't follow complex ideas. And one basic idea, yeah, right? Does it sound familiar? Okay. So what he did was he wanted to find something that would teach people to think in systematically. Now, this cube, it's really kind of amazing because if you actually Google the Wikipedia of group theory in mathematics, you will find a picture of this. Because it actually illustrates group theory in a way that mathematicians still can't believe. Many graduate level courses feature this thing. And that's because, just for an example, if you try to solve this thing from the colors, you're going to get all confused. But if you think about the pieces underneath those colors, you can start to put it together. But what's strange is they all have different ways of being. You see, the centers don't move, right? The centers are only one color. The centers, actually, Erno Rubik calls them middles, right? They only have one state, right? The corners, can you see? The corners are another piece. And how many states do the corners have? No, how many colors? 3. So it's 3 states. And those pieces in between the middles and the corners are called edges. And how many states do those have? 2, right? So you have these 1-state centers or middles, you have these 2-state edges, and you have these corners that are 3-state. So it's a total of 27 pieces, but there's only 6 of these middles. There is 8 corners, 12 edges, and of course there's also the gimbal inside that drives the whole thing, right? That's what allows you to turn it, right? So the question is, how do you even solve this thing? Does the camera ready? Okay, Steffi's, come on over. You can come right down here because we'll get a better close-up. Up there, you can see some of the early prototypes. Because for Erno Rubik, part of the puzzle, there was a tetrahedral twisty puzzle. There was a 2x2. No one had invented the 3x3 because they couldn't figure it out. So we're going to try to get this picture here of this cube. And I need everybody. Okay, we're trying to switch to it. We'll see if it doesn't work, we'll just do it. Okay? Are we close? There it is. Okay, this is a slight time delay because it's a GoPro, as you can see. Okay, maybe it's locked. Oh, it's locked. Okay, we've got a lot of, what I'm going to try to do, but you can kind of see it. It's in very slow motion. This is high tech, low tech. Oh, that's speeding up. All right, so watch it carefully. On the count of 3, I want everybody to simply say, Mind Science Foundation. 1, 2, 3. Mind Science Foundation. And that'll do it. And you see that? Almost like in slow motion, it comes right back. Let's give Steffi a very big hand. Thank you very much for making that happen. So now you can rip open your secret envelopes. There's cards in there, because if I was to explain algorithms with this, it would take a long time. Now, algorithms are any kind of process. You know, anybody see the movie Hidden Figures? Right? It's a great movie, and you could see that computers used to be people, right? Used to be people working really hard in a room, doing the same process mathematically or physically again and again. In a weird way, if you have your shoes repaired, the craftsman is following an algorithm. He's following a process to fix your shoes, making slight modifications in the process so it'll actually really work. So to make this thing work, to get all of those different states to go together, you need to start thinking in processes, and processes come together. Now, in the brain, this is also true, because we know that we think things, but we also physically do things, and we also are socially interactive with other people. So, and all those states of information, those kinds of information have different states and different processes associated with this. So this thing, Erno Rubik says he likes to think of this as a way to do basic research on his brain. Because when he did this, when he took this, actually, could we get the picture of the prototype up there? He made a very simple wooden one, that one down in the lower left-hand corner, or the lower right-hand corner from there, you can see is the original prototype. And it took him 40 days once he made this thing. He said, for me, there was 3 puzzles. The first puzzle was how to make it in a 3x3, because he thought of this thing as an XYZ axis kind of exploding, right? And then the next problem was, how do you solve it? It took him 40 days. He didn't know if he could solve it once he mixed it up. And then the final puzzle was how to manufacture this so that a lot of people could have it, right? He was more shocked. But he still kept teaching until he was 40, even though he discovered this thing in his late 20s. So here we go. Instead of teaching you algorithms with this, I should thank all the speed cubers who are here back there, and they're going to come up later and do something really spectacular. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to switch to cards and algorithm, because I can do those. Actually, let's just do one quick trick, because I realize it's too much fun. Has anybody already mixed up a cube? I realize I shouldn't use this one. If somebody's mixed up a cube, it's going to be much better. Oh, that's perfect. What's your name? This is Rose's mixed up cube. I'm going to place it right in here, and if I just place it right in like so, and shake it up, it comes out completely. Isn't that amazing? This is a trick that anybody can do. Anybody can do it if you have 2 cubes. It's simple, it's effective. Oh man. Wait, okay, but there is something else. There's new categories in speed cubing, because our team here, they are from the Texas Speed Cubing group, and what's amazing is there's a new category. It's not even in speed cubing yet, but would you mind holding this up for me? Because there's another way. There's a new category. And there's actually a young man from Germany who's really fast at this, and he tried to teach me some basic ideas. And if I just try it, I don't know if this is even possible, but maybe. Wait. Thank you, I need it. What I'm trying to do is a re-scramble. But actually, can I be honest? Oh, she's coming back with this. And I got to be honest. Are you guys are there any re-scramblers out there? The truth is, I'm under so much pressure. I messed up. I didn't get it. I'll be honest. But wait. I'm going to try this just for you. I've got to do something dramatic. I'm going to try a one-handed solve, because I have been working at this for some time, and I don't know if this is even possible, but if I just do this, and again, I can't guarantee anything, as you just saw, because actually these cubes are beautiful cubes with a Mind Science Foundation logo on it. It's a little bit different than the cubes that I actually use But what I'm going to try to do, if I can, oh man, okay? Okay. Okay? Oh man. Maybe. I can't guarantee. Okay? Oh. Thank you. There it is. Good. I'm scared. All right. So, but here's what's great. On those sheets, you all have, you see in there, there's actually instruction sheets, and you'll actually see an interview with Erno Rubik that he recorded a few years ago, where he talks about his passion for the cube and how it can help you think, right? And then also there's 3 different links. So one of them is with absolutely no notation, and it's just done with the colors, and it will lead you through how to solve the cube. There's another, then the other 2 are have different kinds of approaches to solving the cube. What I would suggest is try the first step with each one and see which approach you like the best. But all I can say is I never thought I would learn how to do it. And what happened was my wife learned before me. And to live with myself, I had to try to learn how to solve the cube. But you can talk to Suzanne about it, because that's why I learned. So right now, instead of talking about algorithms of the cube, we're going to talk about algorithms with these playing cards that you have. You'll notice that in addition to the sheets that tell you about your Rubik's Cubes, you also have 5 cards. And what I'd like you to do is look at those 5 cards and pick one that just kind of stands out. Okay? In this case, I'm going to use an ace of spades, all right? But you can use any card you want. The other 4, you're also going to do something interesting with, and all you need to do is take those cards and fold them in half the long way. Just not all of them, just one of the cards. Take out one and just fold one the long way, all right? Just one card, fold it the long way, and then fold it back the other way so you get a nice fold right down the center. Okay? So it folds like so. Okay, that's step number 1. And step number 2 is this. On one of the sides, rip it to the center like so. Just rip it right down the center, just like this. Like this. Okay, and just go to the center and stop. And then on the other side, you're actually going to cut at the quarter mark. You're just going to divide that distance in half and rip halfway down. This is on the other side, and rip to the center. And on the other side, rip halfway down and rip to the center. Just leave the middle as it is. And you're going to have a card that's almost destroyed. Right? Now, one of the things magicians know is that people have a hard time conceptualizing certain things. And there was 2 guys. There's a guy named Listing and a guy named Mobius, who in 1858 came up with a Mobius strip. And it's a really unusual shape that has, it's a twisted loop. And this is actually a simple way to think about that space there called the hyperbolic plane. Because what you're going to do is take the card and twist it. That's very hard for people to calculate. And you're going to see that right now. Because what you're left with is like a little puzzle. And if you lay it on your hand, you'll see something funny. It looks like the center is cut out from both sides. Do you see that? I learned this from a wonderful mathematical artist named Harry Ng, who did this. This is called a hypercard, believe it or not. So it's kind of like it's like a Mobius strip, but just made in 2 dimensions. But what you're seeing is that twist, and you're seeing how your mind has a hard time calculating it. Do you all see it? Okay, sorry. So you go from this condition, so it's ripped to the center on one side, and then you're ripping at a quarter and also at 3/4 on the other side down to the center, and you're left with this, and then you're going to twist it like that. And that twist is going to leave you with this strange item known as a hypercard, where it looks like you've got a center that's been torn out of both sides of the card. Did you get it? It's an odd little thing, isn't it? It's one of these things. So put it on your desk when you go home, and you'll see it gets more confusing. It's one of those strange things. Now with your other cards, we're going to look at sometimes in this era of big data and robots and AI, artificial intelligence, we think of algorithms as truth tellers, as something that's going to give us the actual answer. But what's fun thing that magicians know is these processes or algorithms or routines can actually just have surprising results. So you can put that rip card away, and that leaves you with just 4 cards. So take those 4 cards out, and with these cards, I'm going to teach you a strange algorithm. With even groups of numbers, you get this very strange thing called parity, which is just like odd and even. And I'm going to show you how odd it is. Spread out the cards and just take 2 cards and pick them up. Okay? That's good, and put them back. This just warm up for the real stuff. Okay? And then the next thing is when I say cut the cards, because not everybody's a card player. I grew up a strict Baptist, so I was not a card player. So just cut the cards anywhere you want. By cut, I mean take some cards from the top, put them on the bottom. So this would be a cut. That would be a cut. My mother still doesn't understand this, but that's the cut. So you need to know 2 cards and a cut. So now what I want you to do is mix the cards all up. Do not look at them, because you're going to use this mix-up to choose your card to surprise yourself, right? And now look at the bottom card, okay, and I'll show you what my bottom card is, but see what your bottom card is, and that is your selection, all right? Now, follow carefully. Take the top card and put it on the bottom. Just 1 card, put it right on the bottom, okay? Take the next card and turn it over right on top of the deck, okay? And now, go back and wherever you like, cut the cards. Take some cards from the top and put them on the bottom. Okay? In fact, give them another cut. Take some cards from the top, put them on the bottom. Now, take 2 cards and turn them over. Put them back on top, right? And now cut the cards anywhere. Turn the whole pile over, right? Turn the whole pile over. Take the top 2 cards and turn those over. Just 2. Take the top 2 ones, put those over. Now, cut them wherever you like. It does not matter. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is take the top card as it is, and we're going to turn it over and put it back on top. We're going to take the top card now that we've just turned over and put that on the bottom. The next card, we're going to put on the bottom as it is. And the next card, we're going to turn over just like this. Right? And now, if you spread your cards out, you'll notice that only 1 card is different than the others, and that is your selection. Did everybody get it? Okay. If you want to look up, so here's what's weird. It's a mathematical principle. It's called parity violation. Parity. And what makes that trick work is you just committed a parity violation on yourself. How does that feel? Okay, that's a little scary. All right, so now we're gonna that's a trick that shows you about algorithms. Now we're gonna do a trick that shows some social interaction. All right. So now what I want you to do is I'm gonna take, like in this case, I'm gonna take these 2 red male cards and my ace of spades and leave the black queen over by my ripped card. So now you just need 3 cards and a neighbor, because this whole trick is going to teach you something socially, right? So, in fact, would you like to join me, sir? Gary, would you like to join me? You don't have to say yes. Okay, he doesn't feel it. Okay, this young woman from back, why don't you both come up? This is asking for trouble. These 2 young kids are, I know this is possible. This could be trouble right now. All right? All right. So your job, okay, so here we have a king of hearts. It goes down here. And here I have an ace of spades and a jack of diamonds, all right? So if I take the king and place it right here, and take the ace and move it up there, where is the ace of spades? Could you, okay, take that one. Wait, what did you say? You said it was here? Oh, you got it right. And you said it was the middle one? Oh man, I'm really bad at this. I don't know if this is possible. Wait, I'm going to have to get the small cards. I was worried about these guys. So I've got smaller cards because I wasn't sure I'd be able to fool them with the big ones. So I want you to find, oh here, we'll change it all up so it's very dramatic. These are a little bit smaller, but I'll be able to actually do it. I've got a queen of spades and a 9 of diamonds and a 10 of diamonds. And your challenge, should you choose to accept it, I want you to find that queen of spades, all right? I'm going to mix it all up like this. Where's the queen of spades? Okay, she says there, right? And you say the center, okay? Turn it over. Right? And of course, wait. All right, so now I'm back where it should be. Now we're going to try it with an almost unlimited amount of money. Okay, here's a big wad of cash. All right? Okay. Okay, so now, okay, shh, be discreet. Okay, all right, okay, there's the queen of spades. I'll just go like this and put your money right on the queen of spades. Right here. Thank you very much. That'll money away. And of course, oh, sorry, I thought it was there. And there it is, the queen of spades. So, now how does this work? You're all going to do this to each other with your cards. Okay, you can see this. If I try to do this, I have to switch the cards. But if I try to switch the cards up here, they'll see it, right? And if I try to switch the cards once I'm past, if I'm down here, you guys will see it, right? You'll see the switch. You're way ahead of me. Are you like 15 years old? That's really impressive. Okay, so where should I do it? If I can't do it here and I can't do it there, where should I do it? See, these guys already know this intuitively. And that's what I always say. Deception is really something. Who is more deceptive than young children like these? Right? You know it, right? So, if I take the cards here and I move it down like that, right, I've already switched them. So the point is they're following the wrong card. So, and there's not even any sleight of hand to this. I call it the window wiper, right? It's not even a fancy move. So just try this. Take 2 of your cards, and you're going to see something else that's really funny. An optical illusion, which is when you switch them, it looks more like the center card than when you don't switch them. You see, if I take the queen and I move it down, I didn't switch them, and it looks wrong. If I switch it, there's an optical illusion, and the center card looks more like the center card. But you have to do it right when you pass your neighbor's eyes. So maybe break off 2 by 2, as if you're on Noah's Ark, and then, right? And then actually so you guys do it to each other. First, try to fool each other. They're going to show you how to do this. Do you understand it? So you put the prominent card in front of the 2. It's got to be in the front to make the illusion better, like that. And you're just going to do this with your 2 fingers.
I get it.
You got it?
Yeah. You passed it. Okay.
Wait, you do it, okay? You do it back and forth. Are you doing it?
You did it too late.
Oh, good. That's great. I know, but okay. So now,
I got her twice in a row.
and tell me your names. Lauren and
Alice.
okay, Lauren and Alice. Okay. All right, let's hear for Lauren and Alice because they were so generous. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So now you've got these 4 cards. Okay, we're really close. Okay, I'm going to try to slip in 2 big dramatic stunts, and we have a special dramatic stunt coming up. Take your cards. They're 4 cards. They're precious. but I hate to say it, you can do this at home with some other cards, but this time I want you to fold them in half the other way. See, now they're folded in half the other way so that they're, right? Yeah, all 4. I know. It's a shame. It's a shame, right? I'm sorry about that. All right? And now fold them in half like this, and now you're going to tear through the center. I know it's a terrible shame, but we're doing this for a demonstration. All right? So now you have these 2 piles, and now take one pile and put it on top of the other pile. Okay? And then, so I just took one pile and I put it on top of the other pile, and now spread the cards out like this. Spread them out, spread them out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, just spread them out. Did everybody do this? Oh, wait. If you can't tear them collectively, tear them one by one. But it's better if you can tear them, spread them out just a little bit. If you want to know the secret of tearing a telephone book, don't try to tear it directly. Spread them out a little bit and then tear. So if you spread the cards out just a little bit, you'll find that they should tear right in half. Okay, were you able to do it? Oh, perfect. Now take your cards. So now you have a total of 8 halves, right? And sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. Well, let's just hope for the best. I want you to take the top 3 cards, right? Take the top 3 half cards and bury them somewhere in the center of your cards. Just the top 3, okay? Just like so. Good? And bury them somewhere. And now I forgot an important thing. Did you all do that? Okay. Now I forgot one important thing. So take this next piece without looking at it and maybe sit on it or put it in a pocket. Put it someplace where you know it. Okay. Where you're safe. Okay. Now take 1, 2, or 3 cards and bury them in the center. Okay. 1, 2, or 3 cards, bury them in the center. Now, and this is a little scary, take 1, 2, or 3 cards and drop them on the floor. It's a little scary. I'd say throw them in the air, but we don't want to go completely out of control, right? Okay, there's 2 on the floor. Okay, I'm actually going to get them out of the way for our coming photo ops. There we go. Okay, so now we just got 2, right? So now we're down to here, and now we have to go through the days of the week. And just to make it easy, we're going to start, I know it's Tuesday, but we're going to start with Monday, and we're going to go to Sunday. Take the card from the top and just put it on the bottom and say Monday. Take the next card and say Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now we've gone through the days of the week. Time has passed. Let's hope this thing works. Now, take the top card, and everybody collectively, just say, she loves me. Put it on the bottom. Take the next one and say, she loves me not, and throw it away. Take the next one on top and put it on the bottom and say, she loves me. Take the next one and throw it away and say, she loves you not. Take the next one and say, she loves me. Put it on the bottom. And take the next one and say, she loves me not. Throw it away. Take the next one and say, she loves me. Put it on the bottom. Take the next one. If you don't have one, just don't worry about it. Hold your last one. But if you do have an extra one, throw it away, say, she loves me not. If you have any more, do it one more time if you have one more, because some people might have one more and say, she loves me not. Now, you have that special card that you put away. And you have this card. And wouldn't it be strange if those 2 cards matched? Isn't that weird? Close? She got it? You got it! All right, big hand for everybody who did it.